I'm back, everyone! Now what are we gonna review? Oh no. Oh no. Not the bees! Hello guys, what's up? I'm the Canadia reviewer doing a new video review for you guys, and this time it is the first Autism Awareness Month special. It is also considered an Easter special, but since Easter is cancelled unfortunately due to unknown reasons, we're just gonna have to move on with the review then. Anyways, we're taking a look at Age of Extinction, High Octane Bumblebee. Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? How could you say this is a disgusting piece of garbage? It's an old Camaro, and I don't like it. It's a heap of garbage. It's custom, and it's cleaned up for its age. Sorry, I don't know much about cars. You don't know much about cars, but apparently this is disgusting to you? Yeah, I thought old stuff was disgusting. I find that offensive. So as you can see, this is Bumblebee in Assault Mode, and as you can see, he transforms into an old-style custom Camaro. Haha, just kidding, he transforms into Toucan Sam anyways. So, this is Bumblebee in Assault Mode, as I've said, don't know why I'm trying to repeat myself, and he looks good as a car. I think the alt mode is brilliant. I love the car mode, I think it's awesome, I think it's amazing, it's got good coloring. While I feel like it's missing some of its detail, I really do like the look and the style of it. Now, I have to give a shout out to Cherry Bomb Toys because they were the ones who given this to me. I did pay money for it, so if you guys want to check them out, go ahead. There you go. Really, my biggest complaint is with the hood. It doesn't all want to tab into itself, and the front of the car also doesn't want to do that, so it's not fun. And that was a good 360, 720, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Silverbolt syndrome. Really, there's not much to nitpick of the car. I mean, you can open the doors and there's no seats, just alien kibble. But you have these little things on the side of the car, so I guess that's fun. They actually tab in quite well, so that's good. Overall, this alt mode is amazing and beautiful, and I love it. Let's go on to the robot mode. Forgot to mention a couple of things. It doesn't roll well. The tab, hole, thing, whatever you want to call it, doesn't look good. Also, this Bumblebee is a lie. You can only get high octane at 420 with the triple changer. Okay, there's something I do not understand. I have a black alt mode, yet I have more yellow than ever. What is this magic? So here is Bumblebee in his robot mode, and it's not the worst robot mode, I don't think. But it is quite disappointing for a Bumblebee. And I kind of understand why. I mean, they're also bringing out the Age of Extinction 2014 Camaro version, and they kind of want to make that better than this one because it's like an upgrade. But still, with that said, this is a complete downgrade from any other movie Bumblebee that we've seen to date. And I know people are gonna say, oh, it's because it needs a simpler transformation because it's doing the whole 15 or 8 steps thing or whatever. Even with that in mind, they could have pretty much just remolded a previous Bumblebee for this. But no, they decided to make a whole new mold, and it doesn't work. The proportions are weird. He's got very thin legs, but a very chunky chest. And I get why the chest is chunky, because it is of course, car parts, but it looks like Bumblebee just didn't go to the gym that often. It really does. It doesn't look nice. And the plastic, oh god, don't even get me started with the plastic. This plastic feels thin. All of it just feels thin and cheap. It really does feel cheap. Thin plastic is better than no plastic, that's what my uncle used to say. Uncle Ben's last words. Uncle Ben! Speaking of cheap things, his weapon is a flick-fire missile. It doesn't even feel like they put effort into it. I mean, I understand why it's there, because it's got to hook up to the other arm for the transformation. But as a weapon as a whole, it lacks completely. This is one of the worst weapons out of any Age of Extinction toy. It's terrible. I'm not a big fan. I am really just not a fan of it. It doesn't look good whatsoever. Oh, and you look at his hand and you think, oh, you could plug weapons onto it like the old mech-tech weapons. Well, you can. What a twist. He has tires on his feet. Ugh. I want you guys to take a look at that head very carefully. Oh yeah, that looks like Bumblebee. Actually looks quite good when he's looking down. Has some nice paint, and where the hell did the rest of his head go? He's got the ghost brain. I will admit to this, I love how these panels fold up like this. It's just a nice refreshment, and it gives Bumblebee just a little bit of an edge to make him look different. But look at his neck. That looks awkward as hell. Look at that. Oh god. If you're wondering where Egoraptor's neck is, I think I found it. Even though this is also on the CGI model, it does have a bit of kibble that I feel like it could have gone somewhere, like this and this section. It doesn't even need to be on the doors. Why is this on the doors? It doesn't make sense. At least fold them away. Something. It just looks terrible. And the figure fell. Look at the lack of paint. Yeah. Now, while his transformation on the legs is roughly based around previous Bumblebees, he's got more kibble hanging off the back than ever. Which means, oh, the clashing back of leg stuff you all love. That kibble is not too terribly bad. I'm kind of used to this. He's got ankle for days! Very thin, whatever these are. I do kind of like the ratchets on the arms. I think that's actually quite lovely. And you can, surprisingly enough, take off the yellow panels. So if you want him to have gray arms, you can. Actually, I don't think anything else but the arms are in these gray colors. What the hell? Okay, maybe his face, but other than that, what the hell? This Bumblebee really just needs a lot of work. With the paint and with the molding, it just doesn't exactly work. But let's go to my overall review. Ribbit. So overall, well, how recommend High Octane Bumblebee? In a way I would, in a way I wouldn't. Don't get fooled by his alt mode. Although his alt mode is beautiful, he does have a lot of issues with his robot mode, and I think it kind of, not exactly kills the figure, but it definitely brings it down. Again, I love the alt mode. I think the alt mode is lovely. But as far as a robot, it doesn't really work out for me. I mean, it's got articulation in all the right places, it functions well, but it just doesn't look right to me. With so many other Bumblebees out there, this one is just kind of, what's it? Happy Easter, bitch! There's a cat cameo. But wait a second, Easter cannot happen unless the ceremony is performed. But the only way the ceremony can be performed is if one person... Oh no! Now kids will know the meaning of chocolate.